Hey everyone, I wanted to give a quick channel update, both to give a little personal background for subscribers and also to explain what my buying strategy looks like right now. So first of all, I've never really explained the channel name, so maybe I should start there. Two is one, so the longer version of that, two is one, one is none, is a relatively common mantra for both planners, preppers, I guess whatever you want to call them. And honestly, I wasn't actually sure what the focus of the channel would be when I got everything set up, but I thought I'd probably talk about some of the things you can do to plan for shit hitting the fan events. And I don't really mean that in an apocalyptic kind of way that either. I mean it more in a practical way. And so I've obsessed over certain emergency supplies and kits, but I've always felt a little funny kind of diving into anything beyond the most pragmatic ideas here on YouTube. So to me, gold is pragmatic, and that's been my focus here right now. If you want to talk about other things like mountain bug out cabins, martial arts, or off-road vehicles, or titanium camping gear, we can do that in the comments. But for me right now, it's pretty much precious metals. The unexpected part, I guess, for me is that right as I was setting up this channel, the world was kind of going through some stuff. I was experiencing the things I really think everyone should be prepared for. And maybe it's a little strange to just keep on talking about which gold coins to buy rather than focusing on emergency food or water or supply kits or personal safety or whatever. But financial security is really the foundation for everything, you know, right up until a Red Dawn event. And I suppose it turns out that gold is fun to talk about a little bit. So my first video about gold coins was really to try to give a little bit of the information that I've picked up over the years to somebody who might be new to buying gold. And it hit 20,000 views. I think that was kind of fun. The follow-up, I think, is over 60,000 views right now. And that's all kind of crazy to me. So I know some of the people who are watching this are probably well beyond that. Maybe all of your videos get that kind of view count, but it's fun to see. And I guess for the record, most of my videos are nowhere near that view count. But regardless of all that, the stacking community has kind of turned out to be a fun group. So I watch enough video from Florida Stacker and Silver Bridges, Vertical Stacker, and others that you kind of start to feel like you know the community. So I'm going to stick to gold for now. And maybe that's a good segue into what I've been up to with gold purchases. So for the past 2 months, I bought, let's see, 1.5 ounces. I would say it's these three coins, but it was actually a buffalo, and I don't have that with me right now. So I've bought a gold buffalo and 2 1/4-ounce gold eagles. I've shown these in a few videos, but to me, this is really all I'm buying, and I have a lot of reasons for it right now. But until I hit a goal threshold, maybe I'll get more into that in a minute, I'm going to keep a pretty disciplined approach to what I'm buying. I want coins that you can sell. I want coins that have the most possible value, that aren't crazy for premium. And so that comes into which mint you're buying from, what years you're buying, what actual coin, and what size. And all those things kind of play into me. For me, I buy, I'd say 4 coins. I buy maples, gold Canadian maple leaf coins, usually in 1 ounce. I buy gold American Eagles. I buy in 1 ounce and 1/4 ounce, and I buy gold buffaloes. Now the buffaloes are going to be my favorite at the moment, but there aren't a lot of options when you're looking at 1 ounce gold coins only. I don't buy 1/10 ounce gold American Eagles because the premium is just simply too high, and I don't buy 1/2 ounce gold American Eagles, because that price point is typically higher than I want to spend on a recurring purchase when prices are a little out of whack, which right now I do think they are. So honestly, in the past 60 days, where I bought an ounce and a half of gold, I don't really think any of it was practical. So again, I've got some scheduled purchases in there, but I don't have quick access to local coin shops right now, and I haven't for about 3 months. So buying them on APEX, APMEX, APMEX is honestly, it's painful. So looking today, a quarter ounce gold American Eagle costs between $535 and $555, depending on whether I want to wire them the money or use my credit card. And that's about $100 north of where I think they make sense. And I suppose with spot price being at $1,900, that's not fair to say a full $100, but call it about $60 or $70 higher than I think they should be. Now, I think spot's a little high right now. I do think it's going to correct. So all things considered, I'm spending, I would say, at least $70 more on these coins than I feel is practical. So I've looked at other coins. I've looked at LMUs. I like the 20 francs roosters. I've mentioned that, and that's an emotional like. I think they're actually not a good buy, and I've mentioned them in a few videos in the past. I don't have any on me right now, but I have seen people recommending them, and I would say to be very careful about that, because they're not liquid. They're again, YouTubers will say they're easy to sell because the average person who's going to buy a gold coin would know what an LMU was. So if you're smart enough, or you're not smart enough, but if you're experienced with gold enough to know what this coin is, then you should know what a rooster is. Well, it's a false positive, and it's not something that I think is accurate. You really limit your buyers. Now, if you're willing to sell all of your coins on a one-off basis over the internet, that's what you're looking at. Now, if you want to be able to sell a stack of 20 or 30 or 100 roosters, though, you're not going to want to do those one-off purchases over the internet. You're going to want to go into a local coin shop or a dealer, and my experience has been that they don't always want them. So these coins, very liquid, local coin shops will buy them, private buyers will buy them. They're really easy to move. This gold bar that's just mysteriously sitting here is also something that's easy to move, and it's something that I've picked up. Now, the reason I don't talk a whole lot about silver is that I don't think it's pragmatic right now, but probably more importantly, I have hit a point with silver where I feel like I've hit a threshold that I have enough of it. Now, what that means is gonna vary from person to person. I'll just say that for me, if I have a few hundred ounces of silver, I think that's enough. And from there, I'm going to move to gold. So with gold, I have a goal. Honestly, I feel a little funny getting into what my goal is on gold. I'll just say I'm about 12 ounces away from it. Now, because I haven't hit that goal, I'm buying when maybe I wouldn't normally be. So when I hit that threshold, my decisions are going to change a little bit. They'll be a little bit more based on logic. They'll be based on individual purchases, whether or not that makes sense. Right now, I'm buying on a recurring basis because I'm not where I think I should be. So I'll keep doing that, even though I think earlier I said they feel about $70 more than they should be. If I was just starting out, I'd have that same mentality. I'd be okay buying them because I want to get up to a certain point where I have X number of ounces. So I have a few other things in play too. Now, I'd like to be able to give these to my kids someday. So even when I hit my threshold, I'm going to be buying. Maybe not as often. It all depends on price. But some other things will come into play. Like, I don't think it makes a whole lot of sense to stockpile gold in one place. I don't want to be storing 20 ounces of gold under my mattress. I'd like to spread them out. So that will come into play more and more. I already do that. I might diversify the types of gold I buy more. It might make sense to have more international gold, for instance. It might make sense to have different sizes. All of those things. Again, I told you earlier that I'm pretty specific about what I buy. It's 4 coins. And silver, I'm even more specific. It's one option, and it's a generic 10-ounce silver bar. That's all I'll buy with silver right now. So, I think I set this here to make that point of that 2 is 1, 1 is none. I've got these in every vehicle. It's a compulsion, I guess. I was gonna put them both on the table, and now I can't find that second one, which is further that 2 is 1, 1 is none. I can't find one right now, so that kind of proves the point. If you have 2 of them, you're set. If you have 1, and that's your emergency prep, well, if you can't find that one, I guess you've got none. So anyway, full circle. That is probably deep enough for one video. I'd love to know if there's anything else that anyone feels like, I should cover. I'm not going to try to tell you I'm smarter than anyone else, but there's some things I've done in the past, I have some experience with, and I'm doing for a reason. Like the reason I'm buying 4 coins rather than a bunch, the reason I'm not buying those roosters, the reason I'm not buying silver, those types of things. I think there's merit in that, and hearing what other people are doing. I've been doing it for about 12 years, so I've kind of come to those conclusions. But I also think it's important for people to know kind of some of that background, to know why I do that. I would also love to know what you're up to. It's weird times. I don't know if it makes sense to be buying or not. And I think I've said that in every video. I've asked that in every video, but I'm curious. So let me know in the comments. And be sure to subscribe if you've just stumbled on this and want to hear more about gold. I always appreciate you watching. And I think, it's going to sound like I'm caught up in subscriber count, but I think I'm like right at that verge of 1,000. I just looked at that. I think I'm at like 990 or thereabout. So I would love to have a few more just for ego's sake. So thank you again for watching, and there'll be more soon. Thanks.